Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. I'm tired of shit.
Hello my fellow heroes of Lithas and welcome back to the channel. Finally the new clan called Stonethrower is out, and as usual we will check out the looks, skills and trait of the champions. I'm sorry for uploading at such an unusual time, by the way. I literally fell asleep twice while trying to make this video, and I'm really sleepy right now as well while making this voiceover. That may be why I sound like a zombie at the moment, but yeah. Anyways, without further delay, let's get on with this video, starting with the trait. The champions from this clan are rapid shot types, which means they are speedy shooters. Sounds cool. Allow me to read the effects. All allied champions' attack speed will be increased by 15.81% at the start of the battle. This effect cannot be stacked or removed. So, when using any of the champions from this clan, whether it be the female or the male, all the other allies in the team will get buffed with 15.81% attack speed. It sounds interesting, not gonna lie, but we don't really know if this has a time limit or not. And if so, for how long does the effect last? Anyways, let us move on to the female and the male champions' looks now. They both remind me of the Tidestorm clan. The horns are kinda similar, and this clan also has a crossbow just like Tidestorm. The male does in fact have a little bit of a different looking crossbow though. It almost looks like he's holding 2 weapons instead of 1. But anyways, this feels like I'm looking at a goat version of the Tidestorm clan. Thus I wouldn't say these champions are very unique looking, and they don't exactly make me want to summon for them due to the appearance. If I can be completely honest, it is a little bit disappointing. I was expecting something more creative, and about the clothing, I'm not impressed there either. It looks boring in my opinion. By the way, this is just my opinion on the matter, so even though I don't find them pretty, that doesn't mean that you all should think the same as me or anything like that. This is completely my own preference when it comes to their looks. This all being said and done, let's move on to their skills. I would like to start with the male today. So his active skill is called Valiant Heart. When this skill is activated, the caster's attack speed will increase by 100%, and the lifesteal will increase by 35% within the next 8 seconds. During this period, each attack will deal an additional actual damage equal to 60% of the caster's fortitude. So basically, his active skill works like a buff. He will gain more attack speed, lifesteal and damage. The combination sounds really good in my opinion. So yeah, it seems like we're having a promising start. Let's see his passive skill. This skill's name is Revenge. So when the caster takes damage, 15% of the target's basic strength will be stolen and converted into the caster's fortitude. The effect will last for 12 seconds, and you can only steal from the same target 3 times max. Sounds pretty cool to be honest. It is like he takes a piece of the damage being dealt at him and uses it to create an armor of defense around himself. So once again, this skill also works as a buff, and perhaps even works as a debuff. It does mention that our champion steals the basic strength from the enemy champion, right? This is not certain though. It may be the case, but it may also not be the case. We can simply call this a theory, yet to be verified. Anyways, it is time to check out the ultimate skill of his. Goat Assault. Our champion will shoot a magic arrow towards the target. The arrow will ignore the target's defense and inflict damage equal to 800% of our champion's strength. For each additional 1% of fortitude gained in battle, damage dealt will increase by 0.3%. This ultimate sounds quite decent or normal. There's nothing too odd or extraordinary about it in my opinion. Neither is it weak or overly powerful. Anyways, before I give my full opinion about this, we should have a look at the female champion of this clan. Her active skill is called Exploding Shot. This is what the skill says. The female champion will fire a magic stone at the target. Upon hitting the target, the stone bounces to nearby enemies for 2 more times, each time dealing damage equal to 510% of the caster's strength. The stone temporarily stuns the hit enemies, reducing their movement speed by 80% and attack speed by 20%. Our caster's attack speed is increased by 40% for 5 seconds. So the female champion's active skill deals damage, debuffs the hit enemies, and buffs herself. It sounds better than the male's active skill, even though we cannot know for sure, since there are so many other things that may count in and change the final result of this character. It is the first impression I get though, but let's move on to the passive skill to get a more clear view of this champion. Power Harvest. It sounds like a lifesteal skill or something like that. Anyways, this is what it says. Each attack steals 10% of the target's basic strength for 12 seconds. You can only steal from the same target 10 times max. The total amount of strength stolen is capped at 200% of the caster's basic strength. The effect stops once the limit is reached. So once again it mentions about stealing the target's basic strength. It also has a limit of how many times our champion can steal from the same target, and a set cap of how much can be stolen from the enemy. This effect sounds very interesting, not gonna lie. It may be really good or it may be shitty AF. Let us discuss this all after we have a look at the ultimate skill of her. The ultimate skill is called Remarkable Morrow. She will awaken Vigor and enter the Berserk status. This state will make her immune to control and forced movement effects. Normal attack damage is increased to 500% of the caster's strength. Each normal attack also throws an extra stone to a nearby enemy, restoring the caster's constitution by 60% of the damage dealt. Berserk status ends after 6 normal attacks. So basically, this ultimate gives immunity, increased normal attack damage, and constitution heal, which sounds good in my opinion. Anyways, I'm not necessarily too impressed with the champions, although I'm really impressed with the clan's trait. I've even seen some players suggest that the previous clan, which was called the Warbringers, was just a bait or something that may be put to milk the players before releasing this clan with such a great clan trait. Not gonna lie, I am really impressed by the clan trait. That all being said, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this content, feel free to leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Have a wonderful day everyone. Take care, stay foxy, adios, bye.